Does that mean vacation is still possible? I mean, I've booked a hotel, so yeah, I'm going on vacation. Why wouldn't it be possible? I'm sorry. I'm just like reading a thing right now that just got sent to me. I feel like this is gonna happen a lot today, but we should start up Dwarfs so that you guys have something to watch. Just let me put a marker in chat. So the year 319, I want to say we're really close to the year 320. Longdeath begins here at this place. You're going on holiday. When are you going on holiday? So, like I said earlier, we are still kind of going through and trying to recover certain dwarves. I've brought in a whole bunch of merchants, so we do have a bunch of unnamed merchants in the fortress right now. But we are trying to repopulate the fort because currently things are a little rough. And also, frame rate's laggy because we're celebrating because I'm trying to get them to make babies. Hey, LaFonda, what's up? You forget that one a lot. Unnamed. I mean, if you would like an ancient history merchant, well, they're not all ancient history, but if you would like a merchant, I can give you a merchant, but just realize that you may or may not get expelled. Sitting at work and trying to be productive. I understand that. So the current living list of dwarves is Pilot, Radio Free Olive, Jack Nurick, LaFonda, Quevenir, Vim ML, Arch the Second, Tygo, Whitcode, Corvius Swade, Defcom, Massive, Peter, Tiny Goliath, Free, Taurus, Ghost, Seeker, Knowles, Max, Bluewater, Patchwork, Murphist, Listless Onion, Animal, Stone, Zindros, Vinsati, Diamond, Skoid, and Lumpy. You're not dead yet, Lumpy. You're not dead yet. You still have no legs, and you keep tantruming, but you're not dead yet. Yes, you are indeed alive, LaFonda. You are indeed alive. How old are you? That wasn't an actual question. You are 85 years old, born on the 4th of Limestone in the year 234, which is a good year. And you are the daughter of Simplex and Vinsati II. And you are single. And only have one friend. Who's Vim. You're good friends with Vim. And Animal is your long-term acquaintance. Life is suffering. Smile. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not too far off. Oh, good lord. This is rough. Oblivious to reality and oblivious to reality. Yeah, it's tough times in Longdeath right now. We've been through this before. You'll die of old age, Stone, don't worry. How old are you? Stone the 5th is 156. So, I mean, we're in late summer of the year 319. Sorry, like DMs are constantly coming in about leaks and stuff. What the crappy moods in Longdeath, Tygo, or are we talking about the leaks again? Because I can't tell. But yes, we will make it through the crappy moods in Longdeath. Like right now, things are a little tough, but it's just a matter of these merchants making me like a dozen babies. The moods, yeah, no, we will definitely work through it. I mean, LaFonda, this shit exists. That's all I have to say is that shit exists. And it's wild. Change your passwords, everybody. You know, I've always had a very unpopular stance on the hate raids. And I'm going to continue having an unpopular stance on the hate raids, which is, yeah, they suck. Just have a quick trigger finger on the sub-only and follow-only modes, and you'll be fine. Like, literally, that's all you need. That shit pops up, you just type in sub-only, and you're done. Like, follow-only, and you're done. And I know that it's targeting specific minorities, and yes, that sucks. Just be quick on that. Hotkey it. You can do that. This shit's terrifying. How is your dwarf doing? Well, you've grown up. I want to say your dwarf's doing pretty well, if I remember correctly. Yeah, she's euphoric. She's 16 years old, daughter of Blue Water and Tiny Goliath, the captain of the guard. You're a casual worshipper of the evil god of disease and death and mountains. You have no friends, only passing acquaintances, and no lover or anything. But you're doing all right. You're listening to stories. You're trying to get to know people. It's only the top 10,000 over the last 3 years. That list. I mean, there's probably bigger lists out there, but that's just the easiest one to search. That one's just the top 10,000, which is crazy that I'm in the top 10K. But how's Longdeath going? Currently, we're still recovering. Well, currently, I'm very distracted because I'm talking with a few people in DMs about the leaks and stuff. But I've got 3 people right now that I'm like relatively actively responding to DMs from. But how's Longdeath itself going? Longdeath is doing pretty well. We're at a point right now where we're still recovering from all those crappy moods from the weird happenings that I'm now blaming on hauntings. So we've brought in a whole bunch of merchants, and we are trying to get the baby machine cranking again. Currently, we've got about 5 dwarves that are basically so far gone they're useless and are constantly popping in and out of oblivion and melancholy. The benefit of this, though, is because every single dwarf in this fortress is legendary, they don't actually permanently go into melancholy, so they're all recoverable. They go into that permanent state and they pop out when they get hungry. Once you've created an artifact or if you've become legendary in a skill, it's impossible for you to completely fall into melancholy. So they basically, like right now, they would all just go insane at this point and then just walk around until they starve to death, right? But because they've all made artifacts, like Free, for example, even though she's utterly harrowed by the nightmare that is her tragic life, her mood is improving. So we are just slowly trying to like pull them back from the brink and see if we can keep them alive while also hopefully getting some new blood in the fort. We've just finished the major what's it called? Rebuild of the whole fort. Or not rebuild, but we just finished the lava tube, right? So we are kind of between large projects. We've cleaned out a lot of the caverns, and we have more stuff to do down there. But aside from that, autumn has come. Aside from that, it's very much just trying to recover moods still. And we're going to be working on that for a little bit, I think. So I think Longdeath is probably going to be, I don't know, maybe the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks or so of streams. So basically most of October for Longdeath, I think, is going to be trying to recover moods and being chill. And let me go read some words that you guys have written on the Discords. Where was the last thing that I read? Are goblins lactose? No, they lactose. At this toast, drink to Blind's garden. His kale be glorious. Oh, look over there. It's a giant Hank Hill selling propane and excessive large propane stuff. Water isn't fire. Water is wet. Fire is anti-wet. Moist cake thrown at data salespeople. Data salespeople sell data. No. Yes. What? There we go. And autumn is close, which means it is time for me to turn the dwarves off of celebrate mode. Let them come in at a reasonable speed. Come on, Stone, die now. You mean springtime, not autumn. A grandiose mausoleum to make the ghosts like me? How would we go about doing that? Because currently I have that that small. I mean, I kind of have something that you could consider being a grandiose mausoleum. I have this over on the side here. But I mean, I could carve out a whole floor specifically for it. I don't know how I would do that though. With the aqueduct stuff, it's not an aqueduct actually. It's the starting creek from a fort that here. I'll give you an overview of the whole fort since we're here. But yeah, I mean, I hadn't really thought about it, but we totally could like carve out a layer specifically for it and make a weird pattern for the ghosts. But this is the bees tower up top. Then we have the tavern right here, and then the library on the left and a guild hall on the right. And then if we go down to here, this is the outer wall, and then this is the upper walkway, and then that's the starting creek that I built around every winter to suspend, and it's suspended in the air. These are the upper walkways, and as we go down, it goes all the way down to here. Just for the sake of looking cool. I mean, I could definitely do something like that down here. I could construct something down here. I mean, I could make a 2Z level tall thing from down here and then build a roof up and around it. We also have, like, this area that I never really did anything with. But, like, I mean, we could do something for sure. I just don't know what. But, yeah, no, this fortress is 314 years old. So we've been running this stream for 151 streams. So where's the council tribute? Coming slowly. All right, here. They're saying, How goes the Timeless Fort today? Lots of tantrums, but we're working through it. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. Prepared tree frog brain. That's small brain. I think I'm going to start scrolling by holding the down arrow just in case we don't miss a page. Like the eye rock or the smart bone? I mean, I'm pretty sure I already rock, so. We've gotten a few die. I'm sorry, I didn't wait for your confirmation, Stone. I hope you got it. Normal sized one, yep. Put it on my pedestal in my temple. I have dozens of dice they've given me, so nah. I've just been like selling them back to the humans when they show up. Like, that's not even remotely unusual. They bring us lots of those. I'm just more concerned about the dwarves making babies right now because there isn't enough of them. I don't know if that was a reference from Animal. It might have been. But anyway, did anybody want an unnamed merchant? Because like I said, we've got a few of them. Shout out to this one who's meditating on war. But currently the only named merchants are Stone, Animal, Listless Onion, and Murfist. But if anybody would like a merchant, we do have quite a few of them. And as far as I can tell, only Listless Onion is distressed currently, because they're all brand new. We only just got them. We only just got them from the merchant shop. But I think I kind of like that idea about maybe building a big thing for the ghosts. Or alternate, you know what I could do? Is I could put all of the ghosts' tablets deep in the maze. That could be kind of cool. That could actually be kind of cool. You'll take a merchant? Can you remember how many other dwarves you had in the past, Alien Slayer? If you can't, I can figure it out. If you can't, I can figure it out. I think one, maybe two here. Let me just look this up. Statue. Sure. One. No. Statue. Iron. One. D. That. Alien. Oh. Alien. You've had two. Hell yeah, picture point. How's the moving been? You may die any year, Alien Slayer. Alien Slayer the Third says, I am a very, very important person. I like it. I like it. Good. Perfect. I don't believe I've ever seen a dwarf say that. You felt pleasure putting on a truly splendid item. Does that mean like you're back? Is the picture point back in action then? Modest? Absolutely. He's 155 years old, born on the 1st of Granite of the year 164. He has a broad body and his sideburns are clean shaven. His very long mustache is arranged in double braids and he has an angular chin. His slightly close-set cobalt eyes have large irises and his eyebrows are quite long. His slightly flattened short ears have small hanging lobes. And his hair is white. His skin is sandy top. He dreams of raising a family, and he personally sees life as unfair and doesn't mind it that way because he's the most important, and values good craftsmanship because he is the most important, and finds eloquence and artful speech off-putting because he's too important for that. Dreams of raising a family and doesn't stick with things if even minor difficulties arise. Oh no. And finds humor in most situations. Maybe he's being sarcastic. Maybe this is like maybe this is just a humorous stroke. Like kind of dwarf. He feels strong need to pay back any favor done for him and doesn't often feel envious of others. Generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity and has a calm demeanor, is somewhat quarrelsome and is bothered by this since he values friendship. He is quite comfortable with others that have a different appearance or culture and thinks that he is fairly important in the grand scheme of things, as noted above. He lives a fast-paced life and he tends to be a bit stubborn in changing his mind about things and does not easily fall in love and rarely develops positive feelings. He generally acts impartially and rarely is moved to mercy, and he likes to keep things practical without delving too deeply into the abstract. And he needs alcohol to get through the working day and doesn't mind being outdoors, at least for a time. Hitting the job hunt real hard? Gotcha. If you want to play Aliens tomorrow, I'll be down. Just saying. Oh, also, picture point, if you haven't, go reset your Twitch password. Because, the information's out. Twitch did the big the big leak. Oh, Def, what happened? I'll just link this because this is a pretty good example. But the actual thing that happened is everything on Twitch got leaked. Everything on Twitch got leaked. The site's source code got leaked. Earnings got leaked. Everything got leaked. The thing that I'm actually worried about with this whole thing isn't my earning data. I don't really care. And passwords can be changed. The thing that actually scares me is I don't want user spending data to get leaked. That's something that would upset me if that happened. Like my stuff getting leaked. Okay, that's fine. But user spending data would upset me if that got published super publicly, which is probably going to happen next. I'm going to just cut out some of these trees. At some point, there was one point where the wagons didn't show up and I was worried that it was because they got stuck somewhere behind a tree.
Here's another.
Thanks for the $1. Just opening these up because I think they're causing lag with the fucking cats. Yep, they were. Thanks for the $1, LaFonda. Cheers. The golden kappa was never random. That's the actual hard truths that we've learned. The golden kappa was never random. The golden kappa was given out by specific whitelisted users and members of Twitch staff. Go spend something good with it. Does beer while on vacation count? And if beer while on vacation doesn't count, then the concert tickets that I bought or had to rebuy just now for a show on the 23rd, or the cassette tape that I bought the other day. It means that all of your kappas for the next 24 hours are gold. But it's not random, so it doesn't matter. Toulon says, I am your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. There's much to share. We've updated your map and civilization info. What requests do you have of our merchants? Just the metal bars. They put out... There's been lots of pressings of that. That's nothing new. Lord of the Rings soundtracks gets pressing it quite frequently. Well, I mean, yeah, everybody donate $1. I'm not going to complain about that. Let's discuss what we're willing to offer for your Craftsdorf ship. We've finalized the export agreement. You want spears. Peter, I look forward to our meeting next year. Our fortunes rise and fall together. I don't know. to the vacation beer fund. I mean, right now, how much spending money do I have for my vacation? I'm going away for like, I'm going to be on the island for 2 nights. So it's what? Let's just say breakfast, lunch, dinner the first day because I leave my house at 5:50 in the morning. Plus probably a couple beer outings in between those. So I'm budgeting about $80 a day for food. And I have about $300 in checking, so I should be good. So just before you start like hucking money at me, like I'll be good. I've allocated about $100 a day for my. It's less of a vacation, long weekend food fund. I mean, I'll basically be back by Monday, even though Monday I won't be streaming. But I will be in my apartment on Monday and probably doing something with Evil Trick, assuming he doesn't, like have a mild cold. They can just stack multiple wagons on top of each other. I actually really like the look of the Steam version's trading depot for that reason. Steam version's trading depot looks real nice. But yeah, I'm just going to the island to visit my sister and hang out with her friend. We're apparently moving a piano on Saturday too, which I don't think is a good idea because we will have been drinking by 2 p.m. on Saturday. So that's gonna be fun. A friend of my friend who I'm staying with, or I'm splitting the hotel costs with, because it's me and him go out there usually once a year and just go on a beer tasting trip, basically. He's just like, so a friend of mine wants us to help him move a piano. And I was like, what? So apparently we are helping a friend of my friend. A friend of my friend, we're going to help him move a piano while I'm out on vacation. So I'm sure that's going to go well. Like, there's no way in hell that could end well. I think I'm just going to do this. We're just going to sell all the clothing. We're just going to do that. And we'll make a full new set of clothing for every dwarf in the fort. Also, they are pondering deductive water displacement. No to all three. I don't know a single Charlie or Fred. I don't think there's going to be candles anywhere around it, and I think we're getting paid in beer and beer money, so. Yeah, no, I don't understand that reference. I think is the correct thing for me to say, to be honest. So. Lost on You, Dad's Army. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Fog UK is the most obscure British reference I have, so. But yeah, no, I'm oddly like fascinated by a lot of this data that's coming out about Twitch, but also, I don't know. I'm much more worried about more worried about users than streamers. Also, there's some really shitty comments on this Verge article about Twitch that are actually kind of hilarious to me. Red said fight with the not the band and the sexy shirts that they were named after the song. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Two obscure British references to me. I mean, I throw around obscure Canadian references relatively frequently, so. But hey, Chad, do you guys want a little bit of Schadenfreude? So this person comments on this Verge article about the Twitch data leaks, right? This comment came in at 6:44 in the morning, my time. And it says, need more streamers on YouTube gaming. Twitch is trying really hard to piss off their community. Past 2 years is one blow after another. Example, Dr. Disrespect ban fiasco. YouTube section seems to try to compete, and then it's like they're also trying to compete with porn-like online chat services, and it's just incredible for me as a general consumer. First response, needs more streamers. What? Why do we need more streamers? The opposite, in fact. And then Twitch is trying really hard to piss off their community. The word community has been so devalued by companies like Twitch and Facebook and Twitter that I'm pretty sure that the future generations are going to think of it legitimately means loose coalition of strangers that are united by only the shared desire to exist on a platform. Yeah, quite literally. What the fuck is the Twitch community? Sorry, but that response was just too funny. There are communities within Twitch, but Twitch, they have a user base. They don't have a community. People need to stop confusing the two because Twitch has a very big user base. Twitch doesn't have a community anymore, and they haven't had a community in a long time. Where's Ghost? I need you to finish your drink. Because, like, this chat is a community, right? Like, the Halcyon Frequency Discord is a community. And the platform that we are primarily on is Twitch. YouTube is great if you have large numbers. But it's not viable the way YouTube works and the way the audience is used to using YouTube to make money as a small creator on YouTube. It's just not reasonable. It's not a reasonable ask for anybody. So it's like, sure, I'll look at something very British. So for me, it's just like, why are you pondering economic data and not trading, Ghost? I'm going to give Peter your job for a minute. Peter, can you go trade, please? After you're done collecting webs, of course. There, go trade at Depot. Yeah, I got one yesterday, too. I'm going to wait until it's out of beta, and then we'll play it again. So I'll play it when I get back from my island trip. I'll take a look at music on Discord if you're posting it there after stream. So. I don't know. It's really funny seeing, I guess, is it fair to call people users or consumers? It's really funny seeing mainstream users, like people who primarily watch like Fortnite and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and Call of Duty and Battlefield and those kinds of games. It's really funny seeing those people's perspective on Twitch as a website. It's really funny seeing the perspective of people who are used to the biggest end of Twitch and the largest streamers on the site versus like the part of Twitch that I'm a part of. You know? Like I'm not even remotely close to like mainstream popularity in any sense or semblance of the word. And I don't think I ever will be. Yet somehow I'm in the top 9,000 earners on Twitch in the last 3 years, which is insane. Twitch is tiny. It's ridiculous. Like if someone asked me, it's just like, where do I think I am in like the grand scape of Twitch? It's like, I wouldn't have thought that I was in the top 100,000. But here we are. It's weird. And YouTube's even harder to make a reasonable living on. Okay, so I've got a bunch of weaving going on. Actually, what I need is not weaving. I need plant processing. That's the job I need a bunch of people assigned to. So I'm going to give that to a bunch of the merchants. It's a job I haven't been passing out as much. But yeah, let me know how it is, Jimmy. Go give it a try and report back. Is easily the biggest stream you ever get into. I mean, AGDQ is one of the most viewed things on Twitch every year, but it only lasts for a week, right? But like, it's really funny. Like, actually, hold on. There's, like, I know a streamer who does pretty well, right? But if you were to ask him, he would always say that he's a absolute failure at streaming, and this is a streamer that I've been watching for a very, very, very long time. This is a streamer that I've been watching since like 2009, and the reason, and I looked him up earlier today because he's in that top 10K thing. He's above me, in fact, and the reason he looks at himself and thinks that he's a failure is because all of his friends, because he's a League of Legends streamer, right? And all of his friends from back in the day that he used to play with are now either in the esports industry and making salaries or are very large streamers, right? And like when I say very large streamer, I mean like in the top 0.0001% of largest streamers. Whereas he's just somebody who sits at around 200 most of the time. And if somebody in his chat asks him if he thinks he's successful, he'll say no, he's a failure because he's not in that top 0.001%. If anything, this leak is making me feel more successful for some weird reason. Like, am I wealthy? Absolutely not. But like, for me, it's putting some things into perspective about how small Twitch actually is and how small this industry is. That's what it's actually doing for me. I don't know if that's maybe necessarily the right takeaway, but it's definitely the takeaway that I've gathered from this so far. I think it's probably a more positive takeaway than what I could be getting out of it, which is just like, oh God, and screaming, but. But yeah, no, we are getting more plant cloth processed. Bloody cats. Where's that cat? Ah, damn it. Never mind. It got accepted as a pet. I was just gonna kill the cat because I blame the cat for making my frame rate worse. There's too many doors in this fort. It keeps getting stuck in places. In the last 3 years? That seems about right. That's about what I'd guess. Listless Onion is throwing a tantrum. Not your first. Oh, you're committing crimes. You started a fight with the captain of the guard. That's not wise, my dude. We'll wait for you to finish tantruming first. Did you just throw a book? Yep, you did just throw a book. Imagine starting a fight with a captain of the guard and then knocking over a bookcase. Well, disorderly conduct, vandalism, disorderly conduct, and disorderly conduct. Let's see what sentence you get. No sentence pending, not yet. They have to think about it. A beating and 85 days in prison. Man, that's more than the last murderer got. That's kind of insane, actually. All the dwarves are putting the books away. Gonna go beat the criminal. Come back here, criminal scum. Holy crap, that is an old-looking video. I'll definitely have a look at that obscure British thing after stream. Stone. For metal that grows like cotton, but is around the level of silver, and steel for Dwarf Fortress. Could call it like spine leaf or something. Is it used in forges? It's the thing from 1962. Of course, it's old looking. It's older than your. I mean, there's some records that are that old. I don't know if this dwarf's been in prison before. You could go with like Iron Root. And then if you say it fast, it might sound like you're saying I am Groot. I mean, find a sharp plant. Like a plant that can cut you in real life. And go with that. Or you could go with like something that, a name from like Caves of Cud. Wire wool? I mean, yeah. Steel wool! Wait, that's already a thing. Think of a silver like adamantine, but not nearly as good around the level of silver or steel, but lightweight. I mean, silver and steel are very different materials, and steel is the second best material in the game. So, like, if you were saying it's like around the copper of the level of like copper or something, I'd be like, bro, sting string. I kind of like sting string. Avernite. Is that like a realistic name or something? I kind of like Avernite. Good night. You have a good night. Let's make some cloth clothing. I did shirts twice. Cloak, tunic, vest. Dress, shirt, tunic, vest, cloak, trousers. Glove. Mitten. Cap. Hood. Sock. Shoe. Assuming he's still alive, Stone. Just not cyst mine, because that's a very different thing. Stone, animal. Cyst mine is bad. Are you guys all singing lyrics to the obscure British thing? Is that what's happening in my chat right now? And why I'm not understanding it? Floofium. I like Floofium. Floofnium is maybe the best we got this so far. Actually, Dragon, in regards to your growable metal material, what is this a biome specific thing? Because if it's unique specifically to like evil biomes, then it should have like an evil sounding name. If it's only in good biomes, it should have a good sounding name. Like if it's Feather Tree, you could maybe call it like Silver Root pretty easily, right? Or you could call it like Steel Branch or something, and then that would work pretty nice. But if it's in an evil biome, then it would be like you could call it like Blood Fingers or something, and just go with that kind of thing. It depends on what biome I guess it's supposed to come from. Merkleaf? Yeah, you could use the word rot or hollow. Actually, you could call it isn't cave wool a thing? Yeah, like blade grass, you know, or like grass blade, or you could call it like spine bush. Wait, sounds like a euphemism for something. Also, hello, Mictalic. Is that how you say that? Hello. Dr. Mictalic. My phone is vibrating. My aunt is texting me about audio gear, so this is very important. These are all metal APs, or just metal bands. Because there's no way in hell Flesh Spire isn't a band. Also, I'm literally going to the like metal band archive and figuring out if Flesh Spire is a band. There is no band called Flesh Spire. No albums called Flesh Spire. I am very disappointed. Flesh Pyre? I don't know if I want to search for Flesh Pyre. No, also not a band. You know what your band name will be? The thing is, you're just if you put on a bad show, yeah, it's just you're just gonna be called the Flaccid Flesh Spire. That's the problem. Nobody likes a flaccid flesh spire. Speaking of lulls, Axon, go change your Twitch password. Also, what's up? It's good to see you. Just a PSA to anybody who hasn't done it yet. Go change your password. Also, I'm hoping, Animal, that you're suggesting that your band name will be Steely Squiggles, and you'll be a Steely Dan cover band that covers Steely Dan using that weird instrument that has like a face on the bottom that you squeeze and it goes wow. Whatever those things are called. Ponder economic data. I don't know. Some things that just stay handy in your brain are not very handy, I'll put it that way. I don't think I'm going to be exhausted talking about it until after I come back from vacation, Axon. It's probably going to be a pretty hot topic for the next 2 days. I totally forgot that this was my job. I mean, I'll post this link. Axon. Go nuts. All it really proves to me is just how, like, yeah, you can look at that link and be like, oh man, those big streamers are making a lot of money. It's less than a third of their revenue, or less than that even, because most of their money is made off of sponsorships. But what's actually shocking to me is the fact that I'm in the top 10,000. That's ridiculous. And I don't make much. I make enough. I don't make much. It's ridiculous. It will be the Unicorn Floofers. The Unicorn Floofers will be your band. It sounds like a brony band, Animal. Just so that you're aware. Making everybody new clothing, and then we're just going to lock everybody inside. Also, I like how you're just like, you saw the Twitch news yesterday, but totally forgot that this is my job. It's like, you literally like hang out in my chat every day. What else would I be doing for a job? You know, my only like actual memory, like I know I've listened to the actual song "I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt," but whenever I think about "I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt," the only thing that actually pops into my mind is that scene from Shrek 2 when I think it's Prince Charming, just starts singing "I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt" for like 2 seconds, and then like the dragon shows up. That's literally my only actual recollection of that song. I know for fact I've heard the actual song, but that is not the version that pops into my head when I think about that song. I just think about Shrek. So. I was like, oh, fuck, Blind works there? I mean, I don't work here. I don't work for Twitch, right? I also don't work for Amazon. I am a private contractor that has signed an agreement that I am permitted to stream on their service. I technically have no affiliation with Twitch. So no, I don't work here, but this is the platform that I use. Basically, it's like I live in an apartment building. I don't own the apartment in the building, but I have an agreement that I can live here, right? I don't own this apartment, but I have an agreement that lets me live here. Same with Twitch. It's like I don't own a portion of Twitch. I'm not a part of the company. I just have the rights to have this channel and access to this channel and stream to this channel. So, I mean, I don't technically work here. But that's just a funny way to word it. I mean, you can go look at that thing and see how much I've made in the last 3 years. Of course I don't own this fucking apartment. Christ. Where the hell would I get down payment? Also, I wouldn't want to buy an apartment in the current market here. It's too expensive. The office that Blind works in left the doors open one evening, and someone went in and peeked at all of the office records, including the facilities. Yes. And checked my internet history. No. Not really, Axon. I never think off to work, but I will sometimes think, well, it's time to go. It's time to get to work. And sometimes people will send me a text and they'll be like, "Hey, can you hang out?" And I'll be like, "Nah, working." But I mean, I don't really think off to work in the same sense as I used to. I do definitely like there is definitely like a big separation in my mind between this job and the way that I used to work when I had more traditional jobs. It was definitely previously it was a lot more, well, gotta go to work, but now it's like, oh, I guess I should start working. You know, I should turn the stream on. It's more actually that's generally what goes through my head is it's time to turn the stream on. Less of a, oh, it's time to go to work, you know? All right, Twitch, you've leaked all of this information. Now, could you make hosts work again? That'd be cool. That's where I'm at with all this. It's like, okay, cool. Now, can you like fix hosts? Thanks. Gosh, I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, just chat. You know, Twitch is like a loose cannon on a Tuesday, with like a bad hangover. But just thank you for watching my streams. Thanks for letting me have this job. How do I deal with eye strain? I keep my monitors at 1% brightness, not even joking. And I have 2 eye care monitors, which are lovely, and a not eye care monitor, which sucks. These eye care monitors are fine. And I just adjust my color settings accordingly so that I can look at them. Like quite literally. I mean, this is what my setup looks like if I swap to this screen. Eh. All right, so I look at game and then I get this, but it's all very, very, very dim. Like it's as dim as you can set it. I've got all the blue light disabled. Whoops. I also use Windows 10's blue light remover thingy, and I have it set on 24/7 instead of only in the evenings. That's not that difficult. I do immediately have issues with eye strain if I use dark mode, though. Almost immediately. Like, within 30 minutes of looking at dark mode pages, I can't even squint. dark mode people will hear and come invade us? I don't know. Maybe that's why you have such a hard fucking time reading stuff on your monitors. If you want to not get eye strain from your monitors, if you're underneath a bright fluorescent light, turn that off. Turn your monitors down to the dimmest possible setting. If you're still having trouble, turn the contrast down and just turn on eye care mode in Windows if you're using Windows, and if you're not using Windows, then install Flux. I can stare at my monitors 14 hours a day and I never get eye strain. Like, legit, that's all it is. I mean, I set all my fonts to bold and I don't have issues. But there are certain types of games that will make my eyes sore after a bit, Tygo. Like the Aliens Fireteam Elite game that I play with my friends. I can't play that game for more than 3 hours. After about 3 hours, like my eyes, I get eye fatigue from that game because it's a lot of like squinting at small things and like first-person shooters. I get eye fatigue on really quick now. Like even Hunter Call of the Wild, which is a game I play off stream with friends. That game gives me eye fatigue. I can't play that game for more than 3 hours. There's quite a few games like that. Trackmania is another one. I can't play Trackmania for more than like 2 or 3 hours. So much anytime you open Wikipedia, your eyes hurt. I mean, just install that browser extension that just makes all light colors on the internet dark. There is a browser extension for that. I can't remember the name of it, but... That CRT television can get black and white resolutions so fine that you need a microscope to see the pixels? Really? Huh. I did not know that. I need a new thermos, chat. I've had this thermos for a few years. Also, we're in winter now. I've had this thermos since like 2015, and it leaks now, which is fine, because I just keep it on my desk all day. But the problem is every like 10 to 15 seconds, air escapes, and it sounds like a very quiet, wet fart. So I'll just be like sitting here talking, I'll just hear, and it's air escaping from my thermos. I'm getting tired of my thermos just going occasionally. It's like a dumb reason to want to get a new thermos, because this one still works just fine. It keeps my coffee hot and everything, but like just tiny amounts of air escape from it every like 20 minutes or so. And it's just like annoying. Isn't that just like an 8K monitor now, though? Text message. Whenever my phone goes off now, I'm just panicking. It's going to be some random, and Twitch's leaked phone numbers. I'm like paranoid about that right now. Getting tired of my thermos going occasionally. I mean, it's a first world problem, man. It's a first world problem. Speaking of terrible things that pisses you off, chat. Has anybody here seen Broken on Netflix? Highly recommend that series. Highly recommend. Although it's very, very, very dark. It's basically just about big industry that's a net negative on either our society or the planet. Third episode is about dressers from IKEA and other major furniture manufacturers killing children. It's a good series. It's fascinating. Kind of hard to watch though. If you're like me and you like documentary series that make you hate the world, it's called Broken. The first one is about big makeup. Second episode is about vaping and getting kids addicted to nicotine with Juuls, because I remember when that happened. That was a weird week. Weird 2 years, actually. Yeah, and then which one was the third episode? Was the third episode the one about the kids? Hold on. I need to pop it out, so I got these in order. What's ironic is I have one of those dressers that got recalled right here, but I remember when the recall happened and I like willingly didn't worry about it because I looked at what the changes were and it was like, oh, literally they will just show up and bolt it to my wall. Yeah, I'm good. And I'm not an infant, so it's not going to fall on me and crush me. Yeah, so the first one's big makeup and fake makeup. The second one's about vaping. Third one is about dressers killing children. And then the fourth episode is about the recycling industry and how fucked up it is. Series called Heist. I'll have to give that a look. I think I remember popping that up. The Britney Spears documentary. Is it any good? I saw that pop up and I was like, I don't know if I want to watch that. Should I watch it? I know everybody's been telling me to watch Squid Game, but I will be completely honest with you guys, and I don't know if you guys fall under this category as well, but I'm so fucking tired of death game shows. So fucking tired. Like, I just... it's so fucking trite. Let's take a bunch of teenagers or young adults and cram them into a room and then make them go through a series of traps until they all die. Is just... I don't know about you, but like, I'm so tired of that fucking trope. Doc lacks a lot of context. Okay, that noted. I watched the Schumacher documentary. That was great. That was great. No, yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? I've seen Cube and I love Cube. I've seen Saw and I love Saw. I've seen Battle Royale and I loved Battle Royale. I've read Battle Royale and I loved Battle Royale. I've seen a lot of those things over the years. I'm kind of done with it, you know? Like, the whole let's just trap people in a thing and slowly kill them off one by one is just do something new, you know? Do something new, because Battle Royale is already the best one. Cube is also really good. Hypercube was also all right. You didn't like the Schumacher doc? Really? I liked it. Is my aunt still texting me? Good God. I mean, I never saw Cube 3, but I heard as much, yeah. Wait, did you not like it or was it okay? Make up your damn mind. I mean, I also very much enjoyed that 9/11 doc. Although I would actually say that my favorite documentary that documentary series that Netflix has ever put out is Fear City. Hands down. Hands down. Hands down. If that's a link to a not legal copy of that, please tell me, Lump, and then I'm going to delete that link. If you would like to send that to people via DMs, that's cool, but I don't really want that in my chat. It's not a pirate site? Okay. Because I don't know what that is. Oh, it's just a list of streaming services. Okay. Gotcha. I wasn't sure if that was like one of those like free popcorn sites. I didn't want to click it, but I wasn't sure, which is why I asked. Just to make sure. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed Fear City, and I think that that's probably my favorite one that they've done, just period. I mean, it's a very well-trodden series of events, I suppose, but it's easily my favorite series that Netflix has done. All right, how are we doing on clothing? Okay, so we're all finished. We still haven't gotten... I'm like distressed by the fact that we haven't had any children yet today in the fort. Come on, dwarves, make some babies. I mean, also another one that I really enjoyed, but I don't know if it's... I don't know how much I trust the accuracy of this one, though, is Tiger King. But I think everybody liked Tiger King. Find me somebody who didn't like Tiger King, and I will be kind of shocked, because that was such a good show. I don't know how good of a documentary series it was, but that was just a very entertaining bit of television. I haven't watched that one yet. I have not watched How to Become a Tyrant yet. Everybody liked Tiger King. Tiger King was just fun. Like, it was a fun descent into madness that was so American it hurt. Like, one of my favorite comments about Tiger King was when I asked Hobo if he'd seen it, and his response was just, man, that shit's just too close to home, you know? It's like, that's just like basically my backyard. Like, I don't know if I could watch that. I can't remember if he ended up watching it. But it's just like, it's too real, man. It's too real. Although to be fair, Hobo's from Florida, but you know, why is there a dead bat in my kitchen or in my food area, guys? Anybody want to remove that dead bat? That'd be cool. Maybe. No. All right. Fine. What's an ingredient? I'm just an entire buzzard skeleton. I'm sure you could make a soup out of a buzzard skeleton. I don't know how good it would be, but... Regardless, I think that buzzard corpse has just been brought over here. I think that's it. Did they? Yes. Okay. Well, they removed it. Cool. We can get rid of it. Man. I don't know. At this point, when it comes to Netflix, I'm literally just paying for Netflix for the documentary series. Like occasionally they'll put out a TV show that I really enjoy. Like Fargo gets put on there, and I really like Fargo. I mean, like Queen's Gambit was incredible, but you know everybody liked Queen's Gambit. I don't know anybody who didn't like Queen's Gambit, but like at this point, I'm literally just subscribing to Netflix because their documentary teams are great. Like their true crime stuff and their documentary teams are just pretty top notch. Like you'd be hard pressed to find something better than what they've been doing. So that's at this point why I'm paying for Netflix. So I was collapsing this, and something's holding it up, and I don't actually know what. So that's kind of terrifying. I think I'm just going to do this one tile at a time. Just very slowly work it down. Although by dwarven food ingredients, that actually wouldn't surprise me all that much. Icarus? I don't even know if I've seen that one. It's held up by a piece of stairs. The problem was we actually had a couple of deaths because a piece of it collapsed. So and that's why there's holes all the way down to here. Actually, I think those are dirt. Where's that blood? Yeah, there's actually like clay loam flooring down here. I could probably do above ground farming in the King's Tomb. So I was gonna just cave in this layer, but then it got held up by those two stairs there. So I'm just gonna very slowly deconstruct it. It's about the Russian doping scandal. Okay, now I'm wondering if I did see that. I'm pretty sure I didn't see that, but maybe I did. I don't know. I just kind of like blindly watch all of the Netflix documentary series and then immediately forget about them after I'm done. So that's kind of about where I'm at. So maybe I watched it. Snowstorm has come. A giant cloud spits snow and it flies. I don't know if I fear the night. Frostbite, yeah, that I fear. The night, maybe. Maybe not so much. So I'm just gonna very carefully and slowly deconstruct this. It's going to take a lot longer than what I was doing initially, but hopefully we don't lose any more dwarves because it's not worth it. The question isn't, are you afraid of the night, chat? The question is, are you afraid of the dark? Shoutouts to, like, 90s TV. I will go out of my way to go on walks in snowstorms at night. One of my favorite things ever is if it snows on New Year's or Christmas here, and I will go for a walk at about 2 o'clock in the morning because people here go absolutely bananas. And I do mean bananas with fireworks around here, around those seasons. So I can just, there's nothing cooler than wandering around outside with fireworks going off constantly while it's snowing. It's one of the coolest experiences ever. It's like so quiet and then just bang. I don't know. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. It's just like one of those weird simple pleasures for me. I love it. Your brother just told me he has a $942 Pokemon card. He better be selling that shit, right? Also, that's an oddly specific number. Why 942 and not 950? Like, this is like my one issue with like weird collectible values. It's like, is it valued at $942 or has somebody just sold it for $942? Because just because somebody sold something for $942 does not mean it's worth $942. It's like that copy of Super Mario 64 that sold for what, $1.5 million recently. It's like, there's no fucking way in hell Super Mario 64 is worth $1.5 million. What the fuck's up with this shit? It just means that people with too much money and not enough brain were there on that day. Had a video of a cockpit view of a 747 through a snow in... Oh, really? Did it look like hyperspace? That's awesome, actually. I believe it. Things are better in Odd Realm, but still buggy and rooms are a bit weird. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. Good to hear that it's improving, though. 'Tis good to hear that it's improving. Yeah, no, I believe it. I would never want to drive. I mean, I won't ever drive, let alone drive in a snowstorm, so I believe that for sure. So yeah, this is my main project for today, is just let the dwarves chill while I slowly pull this tower down, one piece at a time. Because this was one of the first things that we really constructed in this fort, was this tower. And I'm slowly pulling it down. Because we don't need it anymore. It's not necessary. It served its purpose, and we're pulling it down now. Now it's just a waste of space, and we can build other things here. But yeah, I don't know. We're into the best season of the year now, which makes me very happy. And hopefully I'll be able to go to a concert or two in the next 6 weeks, because it's concert season, damn it. Oh, I see that picture. Yeah, that does look like hyperspace. Jesus, that's cool. Those kind of look like stars. Also, since we were talking about documentaries, this isn't a Netflix documentary, but I would very much recommend you watch the documentary Most Unknown if you've never seen it. It's a very fascinating little film. It's about It's about 12. It's 12 scientists kind of having discussions about their most unknown subjects. The strangest things that we study. So it covers extremophiles. It covers dark matter. It covers consciousness and all that. Just like very light intros to all of these subjects, but it gives you a little bit of information on each one, and it's kind of neat. I really, really, really enjoyed that documentary. Watched it the other day. Freezing cold can be cold for you, like 10 minus 10C. Yeah, I mean, we're it's funny, we're already like in cool weather here now, which is nice. It's like at night here, it's like we hit like 3 degrees a couple of days ago. It's almost at the point where it's like I need to bring some of my garden plants inside because I don't want them to get too cold, especially my rosemary. I don't want to lose my rosemary. I had to bring my rosemary in for like 6 weeks or so last year because it got too cold. Very, very worried about losing my rosemary because my mom lost her rosemary last year, and I'm just like, I have a ton of rosemary that I grew over the summer, and it's like, nope, not gonna let you die. Might have to bring you inside. Which kind of sucks because then you're just bringing dirty pots inside, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, no, it's been really nice weather recently. I kind of hope that we have a cold winter, but also on the flip side, it's like I don't want it to be too cold. Like I want a reasonable winter. A reasonable winter. Also, being completely honest, chat, if I'm like a little bit less talkative today and a little bit less entertaining, it's because I am very distracted by the leak stuff. Is like as indifferent as I'm acting about it, like there's some stuff about it that is kind of stressful. So I'm like kind of paying attention to news updates about that. And also I'm about to go on my long weekend, and I've been pretty open about this, but I've been pretty burnt out recently. Not on the game itself. I'm tired and I need a break. That's basically all it is. So, and I'm getting my break in 2 days. So, well, today, and then tomorrow's last day, and then after that, break time. So, excited. So, that's why I'm a little bit quiet currently. Let's do that, and that down there. It was kind of funny. I was actually like thinking about this yesterday and just thinking like, what if I just didn't? What if I just like went on my vacation on Thursday instead? And then I was like, maybe not actually. Which theoretically I could do. Could just put out the news video tomorrow morning and call today my last day. But I don't know. I don't know. I think we should just stream through. Stream today, stream tomorrow. Come back on Tuesday. We're getting there. I need to make sure that I don't accidentally mine out a tile that drops stuff. Well, they don't cause any cave-ins. We all good. I think that'll be okay. 1, 2. But yeah, I hope you guys don't miss me too much while I'm gone. Will only be 2 scheduled streams that we're missing in total. I don't know. I don't really know what the plan is for tonight. I got that Clan Folk demo sitting around, but I think probably what we'll do is we'll do Longdeath and then play some more Unmetal. Kind of in the mood for less thinking today. due to just like, you know, Twitch existing today. Kind of in the mood for less thinking. I hope so too, Animal. What just caved in? What? How? Did I miss a spot? I guess I must have. I'm not sure how, but something caved in. That's the problem that I've been having with this. It's like, I thought I did this all correctly, but I guess not. I mean, one small piece of it did. One tile did. Which is why I'm doing this so slowly and carefully. So why do they call it an oven while you turn it off? Is there a punchline to this? Because I have no idea what that punchline could possibly be. I'm assuming there's got to be a punchline here. Why? Because it would be an off? I'm pulling at strings here. I have no idea. Why do they call it an oven when you turn it off? Is that what it is? I mean, there's also the meme of talking next to it, why do they call it an oven when you when you off in the cold food of out hot eat the food? That's a hard sentence to read, sir. That is a very difficult sentence to read. I consider myself a person of many talents, but apparently reading is not one of them. All right, let's, now that all of this is just dig upable, I think what I'm going to do is deconstruct that pillar. I mean, why? They're just broken English. Do you find them funny or something? I'm genuinely curious. All right, let's do that and that. And that. What just got attacked? A buzzard is fighting with LaFonda. I hope LaFonda's winning. They're confusing yet intriguing. No, they're just confusing. But maybe they're intriguing to you. What did this sender convey? A lack of spell check. And needing to install Grammarly. That's generally what the sender of those conveys to me. But I don't know. I saw a picture of a sign that said no entrance to Greenland on a lawn. In the original language, it said keep off the grass. That's funny. I mean, it's just like all of those shirts in Japan that just say fuck on them, like in all caps. People buy them because they don't realize that it's a bad word. I mean, yeah, true. I guess it's the classic you can't fix stupid animal. I mean, because obviously you can't fix stupid. Also, the good old buck the duck till exploded. Yes, yes, the good old classic. Those are knock French Connection UK shirts? I have no idea what that is. A band I like makes parody band shirts, which are pretty funny to me. With like fake Slipknots and fake Slipknot logos and such. What, you can't fix stupid? No, I didn't call you stupid, animal. You know I wouldn't do that. I would never intentionally call you stupid. Where's IR Stupid when we need him? IR Stupid is the hero that we deserve. Oh. And that was their gimmick? Okay, fair enough. I mean, I listen to a band just called Holy Fuck, so maybe they should just commit harder. Speaking of bands with inappropriate names, anybody else here kind of low-key sad that Starfucker has officially changed their name to STRFKR instead of Starfucker? Makes me sad. No, it's less of that. And more like... Although these shirts are all 3 British pounds, so like not even that bad, but it's like... It's top knot instead of slip knot, you know? Also, like, 3 pounds. That's not bad. 3 pounds for a t-shirt. Probably costs more to ship it. Because they're doing a clearance sale. Peter ended a mandate. Wonder if Listless survived that prison sentence. But yeah, no, that sort of stuff always amuses me. I don't know. Maybe it just shows my immaturity, but bands with intentionally rude names I will never get tired of. Especially when, like, Holy Fuck has to censor their names so that they can tour. They're like, it's always just Holy F is what they tour as, and you buy tickets. It's like, you bought tickets to see Holy F. It's like, well, I mean, I kind of get it, but also, come on. Come on, grow some nuts, boys. Chat, the investments are open if you want to invest your tickets. You lost last time. Yeah. I take that to mean that no Listless Onion did not make it through that round of prison because his nose slipped into depression. Sorry, Onion, about that. God, there's a lot going on behind the scenes today. Apologies for the distractions. Well, the water is thawing. It means we are in late winter. Gonna head off for now. Cheers, Fog. Thanks for the stuff that you're doing in the background. Although that's not what I'm actually distracted by. Tempted to all in every round. And this is why you don't hang out at casinos very often, right, Animal? That shit's dangerous. Yeah, and you have a good one, Fog. Cheers, man. Thanks for all that you do. And, you know, thanks for the 48 months, right? Is the ones in Vegas? You've been to Vegas? That's one of the most surprising things that you've ever said to me. I don't know why. I didn't think that you'd been to Vegas. Unless you're like memeing about something or quoting something that I'm not understanding. Oh, you want to go to Vegas. Okay. Can I get serious question? Why the fuck do you want to go to Vegas? It's a hot, polluted city with a lot of obnoxious people in it. And a lot of like 45-year-old soccer moms and midlife crises. It keeps you away from other casinos. Oh, I see. It's just well, if I only let myself go to a casino that it's impossible for me to get to, then I'll never go to a casino. Is that what it is? The Vancouver casino, thank Christ, closed, but I used to have a friend who swore. What the fuck just caved in? We just lost a dwarf. I don't actually know how that caved in. Patchwork has been found dead. Murfist has been found dead. Good lord, how? Like, actually, how? Murfist and Patchwork. But, like, how did that cave in? There was, like, nothing to cave in. I'm pretty sure I got all of it. How? I don't understand this fucking tower. This tower is a goddamn curse. I don't get it. Rip lump sub. Oh no. I don't know. I'm so perplexed by this fucking thing. Like, clearly I missed something, but like, I don't understand. Is that a bug that comes up quite often? But the thing was, like, I tried to clear that up with a, what do you call it? I tried to clear it up with a lever, and then it was getting supported by seemingly nothing. So, I will sometimes have phantom cave-ins in frozen biomes, like where there's a lot of ice. But I've never had phantom cave-ins like this. This is more than normal. Also, springs arrived. Jesus, animal. 6 months of sub to lump. Damn, dude. Wow. That's the second one you've done today. And Animal, take care of yourself, yeah? Take care of yourself. I'm okay over here. You need to re-up the sunglasses, Jimmy. Dang indeed, dude. Yeah, you've got your 6 months prepaid, lump. I guess you get to use your Prime sub on something else. Annual tribute from Bastigious Mac has arrived. God damn it, I'm pissed. I guess we'll go back. And Stone was found dead. Stone, you're dead. Stone wanted to die though, so that's good. Stone died of old age. 2 died in a cave-in, and Stone died of old age. Good afternoon, Polking. How you been, man? Also, to anybody who hasn't done this yet, go change your Twitch password. Stone the Fifth is gone. This is true, yes. You know, I keep staring at that massive cheer from Navy and just thinking to myself, I should set a tips goal to just say I start my vacation a day early for today. I'm kind of tempted to do that. Staring at that. You have hacked yourself by successfully changing your password, I hope. Yeah, it is kind of wild that Twitch hasn't done that. They also haven't notified us at all. Unless you're plugged into streamer Twitter or news sites or Reddit, yeah, you'd have no idea. I'm 10 universes ahead of everyone. You mean 10 universities ahead of everyone? Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, go reset your Twitch password if you haven't, chat. I wish you graduated from 10 universities. Don't we all? Actually, could you imagine how much student loans you'd have? I'm happy I didn't. Now, if this doesn't end up working the way I want it to, this could cause some of the lava to break through on the medium level. I'm just kind of working under the assumption that that's not going to happen, but if it does, we may have lava spilling everywhere in a couple minutes. Just, you know, that would be minor inconvenience, I would say. Just, minor inconvenience. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But I'm just going to do a controlled cave-in of this whole fucking thing because screw the way I've been doing it. It's not working. Nowhere near efficient enough. And I'm tired of losing dwarves for it. So fucking tired. And we need to repopulate this fort, not keep losing dwarves. So. Be able to make the big bucks? I hope you do, Animal. Because you've supported this channel so heavily over the past few years. Like I do hope you make the big bucks one day. We'll see you maybe tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, then I will definitely see you the day after. Or then I will definitely see you on Tuesday when I come back. You have a good one. Yeah, I'm just sitting here and debating as to whether or not I should start my vacation tomorrow or not. I'm literally just sitting here and debating that. This is a weird debate to have, but I don't know. This Twitch shit's just, it's exhausting. Which I think is a fair thing to say. All right, here come the dwarves to get buried. God damn it, man. Why not? I don't know, man. Like, literally, I don't know. I mean, I could just do that. It's Murfist and Patchwork. You say I deserve some time off? Well, I mean, I'm doing a full-length stream today. I need to go get lunch pretty soon, though. Because I think the biggest, the most frequent comment I've gotten about me taking... Oh, of course you're reading Possibilities of Murfist. Written by Murfist. Concerns the dwarf Murfist, the dwarf Aiton, Knife Eater, and the Fortress of Longdeath, the Hillocks of Channel Dens, and the Eternal Adventure of Time. The writing is thoroughly mechanical, and the prose is amateurish at best. It's fitting that a dwarf reads that the day Murfist dies. I mean... Do I deserve time off? It's a tricky thing to really think about. What's the support hotkey? Lowercase s. Leadstone pillar. Connect those two. Go to here. Remove these. I don't think it's a matter of whether or not I deserve time off. It's a matter of whether or not it's a good idea to take the extra day. Because, like, for lack of a better word, after today, I feel like I kind of need it. Well, I mean, I will... The day before I leave, I will be putting up a news video. So there will be a video going up on the YouTube channel tomorrow. The YouTube channel is stocked with footage for the next 5 days. So there's tons of stuff going up. Yeah, I don't know. I've got like 2 videos a day scheduled, plus an extra mini news video going up on Sunday. I got a ton of stuff edited and scheduled and ready to go for the days that I'm taking off. But I'm just I am and have been exhausted. So I don't know. I mean, if we want to talk about how much vacation time I deserve, Lump, I deserve like a month and a half off, paid time off from, but like that's just, it's not going to happen. With the amount of like, air quotes, labor, I guess I've done over the past literally 5-6 years, I deserve a lot of time off. Am I going to get it? No. Because it comes out of my pocket, right? I can't afford it. It's simple as that. All right, let's trade with the elves, and then we'll do this cave-in once they've left. But, you know, there's a lot of people in the world who deserve time off but can't take it, right? Like, I've talked about this a couple of times. The most time off I have taken since 2015, when I took 12 days off, was the 11 days that I didn't stream because I was in hospital, and the days surrounding me being in hospital. That is the most time off I have taken since 2015. In 2015, I took 2 weeks. I took 2 weeks off stream. I went to Victoria for a week with my ex, and then we just kind of lazed around and hung around and did stuff for another week when we came back. But I took 2 weeks off of the real job and 2 weeks off of streaming. That is the most time I've had off since then, was when I was in hospital for 5 days. So, like, to give you an idea on how little time I take off. You know, it's been kind of interesting because, like, I watch Nextlander, or listen to Nextlander a whole bunch. Nextlander is a YouTube channel and set of Twitch streams and podcasts made up of 3 ex-Giant Bomb employees, right? Who are guys that I've listened to podcasting since like the mid-2000s. And it's really funny hearing them talk on their Patreon Q&A sessions about what it's like going from working for a big company to being funded through Patreon, self-employed creators, essentially, which is what they are now. And they talk about how, well, they never had to think about the business end of things because they were all paid salary, and the business end was handled by like 24 people before, right? And they're like, well, it's very different now because they, I guess, handle all of their financials now by themselves. Like, that's just them that is handling it. It's not, you know, CBS, who are the people who pay their taxes, right? Like, it's just them now. You have a mandate. Flasks. So I think that it's kind of fascinating when you think about it, that it's like, oh, well, now they're actually, and it's funny because like they've stated things like, oh, they're starting to like gain respect for content creators that they didn't have before, because they were always kind of like, some of those, they used to kind of talk smack about content creators every now and again, for various reasons, but it was always because of like, well, from their perspective, content creators are just lower quality versions of what they do, which was to a degree not wrong, but it's not like this job is even remotely easy. It's a shit ton of work. Bastet, thanks for the host. It's a shit ton of work, and it's only getting harder with, like, I mean, the leak today is, I guarantee you, and this is something that's been going through my mind since I was reading about the leaks this morning. I guarantee you, because of the data leak that just happened, there are going to be users that are going to quit Twitch. People are going to stop watching streams on Twitch because of this, which only hurts channels like mine, right? There are people that I know who are very careful about that sort of thing and stop using websites when there's big data leaks like this. It's like there's all of these articles left and right about how much large streamers make and how few people are actually making large sums of money on Twitch. There's a lot of articles popping up about that right now, but all that's really happening with this disgust and distaste towards Twitch is it just hurts people like me. That's literally all it does in the grand scheme of things. Like, the only people that really lose when these kinds of things happen are channels my size, because if the potential audience members become the potential audience members become smaller because more people are less interested in using Twitch. Like, and that's why every time I see articles popping up about how more people need to switch to YouTube, it's like, or whatever platform people are bandwagoning on a Tuesday. It's like, all it actually does is it hurts the trust in the platform and subsequently hurts the trust in people like me, right? So when you have general distrust of a platform, people are less interested in using it. And if people are less interested in using it, that hurts me, right? I mean, even if it's like, let's say 1% of the people who watch me decide to stop watching, if we just say that, like, I don't know what percentage it is, but let's just say that 1% of people who use Twitch stop using Twitch. It's a lot of fucking people, right? And for every scandal, for every shitstorm, for every bad thing Twitch does or crappy decision Twitch makes, like, more than ever this past year, I've had people tune in after I haven't seen them in 8 months. And it's like, oh, I just haven't been on Twitch. Why? Oh, because of the drama and the crappy things that they've done. It's like, well, how does that benefit anybody, really? You know? But I don't know. Anyway, let's cancel this and cave this fucker in. Let's get the dwarves in the safe spot first, because I'm tired of these phantom cave-ins. So this entire thing is suspended on that one pillar, which means pulling that lever and dropping the pillar is just going to cave that all in, which is probably going to punch it through this, but hopefully not. So, like, that's my actual worry. That's my genuine concern, is just that slow build up over time of people disliking Twitch. Well, I'll put it this way, right? On Twitch, I have 386 subscribers right now. I had to check the number. 386 subscribers right now, right? About 220 of those are Prime and paying subscribers, and the rest are gifted. I have one on YouTube. And you want to know why that is? It's because people hate YouTube so much that no one wants to give money to YouTube. And it's because YouTube has systematically over the years created so much dislike of their own platform that people don't want to support people through that platform. And theoretically, that could happen to Twitch, and I think Twitch is going in that direction. In 10 years, there will be so much dislike of Twitch if Twitch keeps going in the direction that it's going, which I hope it doesn't, but if it does, that will end up happening. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing because people will probably move to different platforms, but it certainly makes things worse than they need to be, and trickier than they need to be, and harder than they need to be for people my size. I mean, I'm doing fine, right? Like that's the thing. I'm doing fine. I'm apparently in the top 10,000 highest earning Twitch streamers in the past 3 years, which is bonkers. Which shouldn't be the case, but that's the case. That's ridiculous. It's crazy. I can't turn off ads. I looked into that. That's not an option. I absolutely would. Also, there's 4 emotes. It's not just a beer emote. There's just no real options to give people perks through YouTube. Let's see what this does. Oh, man, that's quite a bit of lag. Game's not responding. Well, okay, so it kind of fired a bunch of lava into the air. That's all lava. That's all lava. Uh-oh. Well, that's hilarious. All right, so we need to turn off the lava pumps. Like now, didn't even think about it going down that far. Is it spilling? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's turn off this bunker and build a wall right here. And a wall right here. That'll be enough. And then we'll need to build a wall up here. And there's already a wall on the left side. Bruh, why are you running that way? Where are we pathing to right now? Dwarves, y'all are making me really fucking nervous. Guys. Just get out of here for a second. I don't know why they're all running through this, but we need to get out of this. Okay. Nobody else has caught fire, so that's good. What makes them go that way? That is slightly bad. Yeah, slightly bad. That's a way to put it, yeah. Actually, here, I got a solution. I think, anyway. Did you just unfollow and refollow, Tygo? Why'd you do that? All right, let's... forbid everything in here. Well, that's going to all burn. And the fire is going to spread. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pump a bunch of water out of this. I'm going to make screw pumps. Oh, never mind. I don't have screw pump trap components. All right, well then what can I do? Water's spilling down there. That's fine. What I can do is I can... dig that. And I can dig a trench all the way along here. That's what I can do. The lava won't flow up. And it can only go so far down. I mean, if you unfollow and refollow, it resets your follow date, so... Oh, wait, really? You've never been following me before? Okay, never mind. That's actually really funny then. All right. All right, well, this is going to be great for the frame rate for a bit. I don't know why, but I, for some reason, like, just didn't assume that this would be a big deal. Caving this in, but I didn't really think about where it was going to fall, so... Call me distracted, I suppose. I just need to make sure that that lava does not reach that power over there. Because that would be pretty traumatic. But if I do this, I mean, yeah, it'll burn up that. Actually, you know what I could maybe do? Not exactly compatible. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. Jokes aside, like, it wasn't a big deal. I've caved in bigger things. I just forgot that these trees were below it. Although once those are done burning, it's not actually spreading that much, so no, maybe it's not that big of a deal. It's not actually spreading much. All right, let's see if we can block this off. Let's just see if we can do that. Let's try and block that off there. Let's see what happens. See what direction the dwarves take. Do we have disco webs once again? I mean, I got a bunch of trees that are on fire that are going to be filled up with lava eventually. So that's happening. Although, unfortunately, it's actually draining my tower a little bit. Which means it'll eventually run out of lava, so it's actually not that big of a deal. That is a weird looking graphic, because like that is strange looking. I'm just going to block all of this off so that the dwarves quit running around it. Dwarf, you're going the wrong way, bud. Or rather, like, okay, yeah, they can run around it as long as shit's not on fire actively, like, we're fine. As long as shit's not currently burning and the lava isn't spreading super quick, we are okay. Still dwarves doesn't change the fact you guys are making me really fucking nervous and I wish you'd stop. Ah! That's all I have to say. All right, so the blocking this off will actually help quite a bit. Now let's also just release the Zawada, which will seal off that hole there once it flows a little bit. I don't think this is going to drown anybody. That would be a bummer if it did. Let's just make sure nobody gets stuck in here. Man, dwarves, you guys are stressing me the fuck out right about now. Wish you'd stop that. This is just fixing a big oopsie, you know? And sometimes oopsies happen in Dwarf Fort, and this just happens to be a big oopsie. I mean, some people say that big oopsies don't happen often enough in Longdeath, but you know what? I don't like when they happen. It makes my heart rate go up to uncomfortable levels. Right now, heart rate is definitely at uncomfortable levels. Although nobody's died yet. So there's that. That's a positive thing. I'm like expecting there to be lava like leaking somewhere that I'm not expecting it right now. No. Okay. We are kind of okay. So that water is going to flow and it's going to collide with the with the stuff that I need it to collide with, and it's going to seal that off, which will be nice. Lava's going to flow to the other end, and then that'll be fine. Okay, so I think we are safe now. We I think have fixed this. I think mostly. I mean, I did say that I needed to make a an obsidian printer. Maybe that's what this is. All right, sweet. Well, that's blocked off. Which does kind of mean that this is just going to start filling slowly now. And then filling this thing up is going to, you know, let this burn, but also stop us from running through it. I mean, currently it is coming from somewhere where I am expecting. But the thing with Dwarf Fortress is there's always so many variables that if you make a mistake like this, there's inevitably going to be some sort of sideways backfire thing that I wasn't expecting. It's a known unknown. Right now it's definitely an unknown unknown. Well, I mean, I don't see any lava in places where it shouldn't be currently, so that's a good thing. So far, anyway. Also, we're still kind of in square one. I still need to destroy the rest of this tower. It's just, you know, missing bits. I mean, currently, it's no biggie. I've just got lava leaking in places where it shouldn't be leaking. No biggie, you know. How you been, by the way, old guy? How's things? I hope life's treating you well. It's another beautiful day in government. I can't tell if that's a happy, beautiful day or a kind of beautiful day. Can't reasonably complain. I feel that. It's like, now, like when people say how my day's been, it's like, well, my earnings for the last 3 years are now publicly available. Aside from that, doing aight. You know, could be worse. I'll come back. Let's get that dwarf out of there, because you're stuck. God, shit's just so distracting today. Okay, let's try and get that sealed off. Man, and the elves have been here the whole time. They're just like, what the fuck, guys? What did we decide for the name of the plant? I don't know. We threw around ideas for a bit, but you'd vanished, so we kind of ran out of ideas. I didn't realize that you left halfway through that. Yeah, I think something like silver root was the idea that came to mind, or steel root, or. But my major question was whether or not it's biome specific, because if it's biome specific, I think the name changes drastically from what it would be otherwise. If it's not biome specific, then. I mean, you're coping cotton. Oh, so you're modding cotton. That's a crop. Yeah, go with silver root. I think blade leaf was also an idea, but I don't know. Let's delete you, rebuild you. Well, I mean, this is a problem we are eventually going to have to fix. Sounds like it would make you look sharp. Dragon. All right, sweet. So I have this area sealed off now, meaning there is no unknown variables or places the lava could show up. Meaning we should be good. So this lava could slowly drain into here, and it'll be okay. The only annoyance with this is because lava is now draining into here, it means that I lose. I'm going to slowly be losing my lava, so let's see if we can fix that. This is going to actually be dangerous to fix, but we're going to try and fix it. We are going to try and fix it. Okay, let's try and get that door in. It's not going to flow that quickly, though, so there's that benefit. Ah, damn it. Well, let's seal this back up. It flowed way faster than I wanted it to. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do. I think the best plan for this situation is to just dump a bunch of water into here. I think that's what we'll actually do. I think we're just gonna dump a bunch of water in here. Yeah, I think that's probably the plan here, or the play here is like build just a flow of water to just push into here, more or less. Maybe starting like right here on this level. So let's work on that. Let's work on that plan. Because I can very easily just shut off the water up top, redirect it, and then flood the water just through here and into where it needs to be to stop the flow of the lava. And then we'll just need to drain it afterwards. That's gonna be the plan. That's the play here. So let's get to that. Let's do that. Chad, how we all feeling today? How's your afternoon been? I am in an unspeakable amount of stress just about possibilities of shit that could leak out. Not that there's really anything to hide. I'm not particularly concerned about my own information. I'm more worried about everything else. Just the general atmosphere of Twitch. Just kind of pissed off, tired, and for lack of a better term, bloody exhausted. That and chat's quiet, so I'm just trying to start any kind of conversation, really. Well, I'm glad yours was uneventful. Uneventful can be good. This has been the opposite of uneventful. Yeah, I have no idea how modding Dwarf Fortress works, so you're probably more experienced than me at this point. I don't want lava everywhere. This was an oopsie. I was trying to deconstruct this by collapsing it, which partially worked. But it popped that line and spilled the lava down into here. So I'm trying to clean the lava up. I don't want to have lava everywhere. If I wanted to have lava everywhere, I wouldn't be trying to clean it up. But I'm trying to clean it up, so I don't want lava everywhere. So I don't know if that's a stupid answer to a stupid question or anything, but like, that's my answer to your question is no, I don't want lava everywhere. In fact, this might come as a shock to you, but this is not, in fact, something that I would like. Actually, maybe I should do it on the layer above. I just have to... Yeah, let's do it on this layer, actually. Welcome back, Tiger. Why are you set to that? Why do I keep hitting M? Sweeping lava back into the lava lake? I mean, that's just... sounds like a good day's work, to be honest with you. Okay, how can I do this safely? Well, I guess the first thing I need to do is I need to dig out all this. Once again, why are you set to marker? Also, can I just say your name's hilarious, Sensual Casserole? That's such a good username. A lava equivalent of a snow shovel, an iron bucket. Also, pressure washer. But yeah, this isn't something I wanted to have happen. This is a oopsie that I am in the process of cleaning up. Oopsies are a very common mechanic in Dwarf Fortress. It's when an unexpected thing happens when you were trying to do something mundane, and then suddenly you realize it could kill your whole fort or like cause you a lot of headache for a while. So that's what we are currently progressing through is the process of fixing a classic DF oopsie. If this was intentional, I would not be trying to fix it. I mean, maybe one day I will intentionally pour lava all over this fort, but that day is not today. So. And Lumpy's throwing a tantrum. Lumpy! Behave yourself! Jesus Christ. And you got into a fight with somebody. Brilliant! And you lost horribly. You want to, like... stop tantruming already? You got beaten up pretty bad. All right, so let's cover this entire thing with diorite. And diorite blocks. there's one spot. Oh, Gabriel also works because it's the same color. There's one spot that needs to be left open, and we will do that accordingly. Top side up there can be smoothed. That can also all be smoothed. But basically we need open wall all the way along here, which can be made out of nice. So I can keep these two separated in my brain. And then it's just a matter of us building the rerouting on this. And linked a little bit more to the lore of that mod. That's cool. That's really cool. Cool. You got your disorderly conduct, Lumpy. I can put you in prison again. All right, chat. I'm going to go get my sandwich, and I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do today. Because, like I said, today's, like, stressful for a lot of reasons. So change your passwords. Stay safe out there, friends. And I'm going to go get my sandwich. Back in a couple minutes.
Sandwich!
I mean, maybe ticket investing retirement. I don't know about any other kind of retirement. But that's not bad, man. 11,285. I returned from Sandwich. The glorious land of Sandwich. A bull is fighting? What? Someone just went and beat the shit out of one of my cows. The only way to not lose them all is to just simply not invest them all. Also, not to be dense, but we got a springtime delivery, right? Also, chat, I'm starting my vacation tomorrow. Financially, probably not the best decision, but I'm going to do the news video, and then I'm on vacation as of tomorrow. So today's last stream. I'm making this executive decision right now. Mostly because it's like, I need a fucking vacation, and No, it feels terrible. Like, genuinely, like... Nothing about vacations has been enjoyable for a very long time. I take vacations because I need them mentally, not because I enjoy them. There is very little that's enjoyable for me about vacations. And it's really hard to explain to normal people why that is, but there is nothing enjoyable about vacations. The only thing I get when I'm on vacation is absolute separation anxiety from work, right? But I take it because I know that I need it. So no, it doesn't feel awesome. Sorry to be a wet blanket, but it's the truth. Workaholism is no fucking joke, man. What's on the ground there? I wish I could properly explain it, but it's not enjoyable taking time off. Spending time around friends is enjoyable, but the second I start realizing and remind myself that I'm on taking time off, it's like borderline panic attacks. It's not pleasant. I wish I enjoyed taking time off. If I did, I probably would take more time off. It's one of the reasons why I would never want to curse anybody with owning and having to operate my brain, because it's not pleasant. We're going to be deconstructing these, so I'll just make them out of whatever the most convenient material is. I mean, I would absolutely stream tomorrow, but it's just the added stress of that data breach is building, I think. That's the only way I can really describe it. It's building. Just because, like, only small parts of it have actually been let out so far. Yeah, that is true, Dominok. I think that that's like the biggest thing that I've lost in my time doing this for a living is I no longer have the ability to enjoy vacations. Like I will certainly enjoy my vacation when I'm like actually on the island, but I think that the reason that I'm taking tomorrow off and probably going to end today's stream pretty soon is not for enjoyment. It's just I know that the only thing I'm going to be capable of doing is sitting here and talking about the data breach. And I don't think that's going to be entertaining for a very long period of time. And it's just going to get annoying. And people aren't going to want to hear it. So I think, frankly, it's the more intelligent decision for me to just simply not stream tomorrow. I'll tell you this, Dominok. If it's a skill that you learn, it's a skill that I lost the ability to have ever since I became single. I am incapable of enjoying time by myself. The only thing I want to do when I'm by myself is be high, and that's, you know, enjoyable to a degree, but not healthy enjoyment, right? It's the only thing I'm capable of doing when I'm by myself and not doing anything is dream of substances. Because the only thing I actually want to do is escape. And that's not healthy. So. Alright, where is this going? It's going to go right there. That's not where I need it to go. It's not impossible to relearn, but it'll take time and effort. Well, I'm glad that you think that way. It's not like like I know how to enjoy time off, and that's not the problem. But unless you've been self-employed to the same level that I am in the past, I don't know how else I could explain it. There just is no reason to take time off. Because there is nothing else. There is only work. Like, other people have family. Other people have friends. Other people have things that they can do. I don't. I have work. That's it. I'll enjoy my time on the island. But the only thing that I have, because I have this problem, and it is genuinely a problem, and I don't think, and maybe other people who work in similar industries to me will understand it, but it's I have no hobbies anymore. All of my hobbies are work. Even records. Even my records and my music is work, to a degree. At least a good portion of my collection is work. Everything that I do, every hobby I've ever had, and everything I've enjoyed doing on my own time for myself has become work. And and I know some people complain about this, but it's the reason I stopped doing the cooking videos, because I stopped enjoying cooking. It's like quite literally every single hobby I've ever had in my entire life I've turned into work. So there is no fun left. There is no self-enjoyment left. There's just guilt that I'm not doing a thing and working while I'm doing the thing. Like and I think that's part of the reason like I don't really enjoy doing anything anymore. It's because everything is work. There is nothing else. It's just work. And yeah, obviously there is points where I enjoy doing things, and there's points where things that I get to do are enjoyable or exciting or fun, but like generally there is only work. So, I don't know. That's all there really is to it. Why am I even still streaming? The fuck? Guys, I'm going on vacation. I'll see you guys see you guys on Tuesday. For what? Lara.
Happy vacation.
Do it this so to guest regular review. Thank you very much for the 1 year of subscription. Tell Twitch to be less of a leaky faucet. Shoutouts to Navy. There will be a video on YouTube tomorrow of DF News, and I'll probably pop on Discord and play some track main